I'm Yuri, and we're going for a drive. '44 Ford Mustang Dark Horse.
With launch control. Flat foot shifting, baby.
Horsepower and torque.
500 horsepower, 418 pound-feet of torque from a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8, Yuri.
Yeah, so what is the Dark Horse? We've driven the V6 Stang, the V8 GT Stang.
Bro, V6, what are you even talking about?
We're in
the future.
4-cylinder, my bad, I forgot.
Yeah, there's an EcoBoost, there's another V8 with the regular GT, and now we got this animal, which is a Dark Horse, and for the first time they put the horse looking forward, not from the side.
So if I remember correctly, this is pretty much the updated version of the Mach 1.
That would be 100% correct.
Lovely.
Yeah, so right off the bat, we do love this because we love the Mach 1. This thing looks fantastic, like really, really good.
Way more imposing than a regular GT of this gen.
Yeah, the changes that they made with the front end, with the grille, the lights are the same, but the chin spoiler and everything like that, it looks so menacing from the front.
Yeah, I think it looks great. It does look more aggressive. This color is pretty dark though, so it's hard to notice every little thing, but we'll talk about the color later.
Yeah, we will. Right now, let's get to a little bit more performance. Flat foot shifting is literally the best thing ever. Okay, lots going on. We got a Tremec 6-speed manual, which is the best thing they could have done, once again, because it's from the Mach 1.
Yeah.
This should be the default transmission for the Mustang GT Ford. Please, please.
Nah, then they can't upsell.
I know.
But yeah. Didn't one of the Camaros have a Tremec transmission too?
Yeah, a bunch of them did. Yeah.
The best.
Yeah, Tremec's great. This powertrain, so we have 500 horsepower, whereas the regular GT gets 480, if I recall. We have dual throttle bodies, and that's what allows for that extra horsepower. Plus, this is actually on 93 octane, not 91, which I noticed. I was like, okay, that's a little slick, Ford.
And since we don't know who fueled this up last, we're going to assume we're not swimming in some 93 right now.
Yeah, and
91, hopefully not 87.
I did actually, because I already had to fill this because I forgot how small the Ford fuel tanks are for the Mustangs. I did fill it with 93 octane, so at least we have that. Sorry, 94 actually, because it was a Petro-Canada. So we should have close to that number. But yeah, I did notice that the gas tank is so small that you just like run out of fuel quickly. Like we're already at half a tank, and I filled up yesterday.
But yeah, it's hard not to like always rip it in this.
Yes. So the Dark Horse is basically a whole track package like the Mach 1, and then there's also a track package on top of that you can get, and this thing is basically fully loaded.
So what comes with that extra track package?
So it's called the handling package, and it's $6,500, and you get Magna Ride suspension, which is worth every penny.
That's a must. That's a must.
The suspension on this is so great. Going into the cliche corner bump, we will show you guys the inside shot of our heads just not rotating around, and I'm in comfort mode.
That's good.
Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna send it through cliche gingerly because I do have one traction on and the tires are still cold, and I will get the tires very soon. Man, you really notice the front end bite because these tires are so wide. I think they're 305s in the front and 315s out back. And I'm not trying to slide it or anything like that today. It's a little bit cold, and these are extra sticky tires as part of that package. And with extra sticky tires, you have to have them all up to temperature, and it has to be, the actual temperature outside has to be warm enough.
What I notice is like turning in and everything just feels so effortless and just like so dialed in every time you take a turn.
Yeah, and you also get a different chassis calibration as part of that as well. And then you also get a bigger rear spoiler with a gurney flap.
I love that rear wing.
It looks great. The bigger front lip that I mentioned earlier, that's part of the handling package. And that's about it. So it's obviously worth it to get that package. Yes, it's expensive, but like if you're gonna get the Dark Horse, you go all out.
Okay, and now an argument for my I don't need to get the handling packages, peoples. I just want the nicer transmission.
But you already get that with the Dark Horse.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying over the GT. I see what you're saying. That is fair.
That is the price difference for this Tremec unit.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
then the cooler looks and the cooler badge. Like not everyone needs to like have the best. They just want certain things slightly better.
I will give you that, but I do love the design of these wheels, which also come as part of that package as well.
And what would be the Continental recommended tire for a Dark Horse?
With the handling package, the Extreme Contact Force. And right now there is a promotion for Continental tires, so click the link in the top comment.
Hey, you've got Force tires on your Corvette, right?
I do.
If you did not have Force tires on that Corvette, I feel like that would have been the scariest thing ever, but like, man, they were so good on that.
And I recently installed Sport 02 tires on my Fox body. Yes, I do own a Fox body, and this also has Fox body gauges, which I actually don't have in my Fox body because I deleted them and went to a full Holley standalone ECU and everything, so I got the digital gauges as well, which I can customize just like these.
Okay, I did see on the Instagram reels, people were like, I went to bed last night and I woke up and I got these new gauges for the 60th anniversary of the Mustang or something.
Yep.
Why don't I have them?
I don't know. I have turned on everything for wireless updates. Everything is, software has been checked. It says it's up to date, so we don't have them.
What the F, David Blaine?
So there's supposed to be like 65 gauges, just like we have the Fox body gauges here. So eventually that will be a downloadable update for this.
The only thing that sucks that you pointed out about the Fox body gauges is that you don't get a digital readout of your speedo.
Yes.
When you're in
and
mode.
I don't like the increments that it's at, just like, you know, it's
Like this, too?
Yeah, but this at least you get a digital speed. So they're not at nice even numbers. They're not at 100, 120. They're at like 90, 120, and whatever it is.
We're talking about kilometers an hour, not miles an hour.
Yes. So anyways, you can customize the heck out of this thing. I will let you talk about that later. I just want to talk about more stuff that you can get on this car, because you can even get carbon fiber wheels now, which is an $11,400 package.
Did we see that at the Ford event, or was that at
No,
the Corvette event?
They're different though. Corvette has the option of carbon fiber as well. The old GT350 had them, but the old Mach 1 did not. So now you can get like a thick 5-spoke carbon
Is it the
fiber.
same company that makes them, probably?
Probably.
I feel like there's not many.
Yeah, I don't love how they look, but it's still a flex to get carbon fiber wheels.
Flexzilla.
Yeah. But it is cool that you can get that. But man, the way this thing drives is fantastic. I have thoroughly enjoyed my time in this. We've got auto rev matching. It is so good that I've just left it on. Like,
Slam the brakes for me.
oh, the brakes now. You want to talk about Brembos? Yeah, we got Brembos. I'm gonna launch it again. Ugh. Flat foot shifting, man.
That makes me paranoid. I'm always paranoid to flat foot shift, but I understand that it is built to do it and it works well.
And that launch was with one traction off. That's why otherwise I would just do a burnout. And I'm trying not to be a child today. Trying. But yeah, if you wanted to buy this thing or even a Mach 1, go to tsp.truecar.com. Discounted price offers. I see myself maybe buying a GT350 in the future because I love that Shelby.
Does GT350 have this transmission?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
With the crazy engine.
The sound of a 350R, I would take that over a GT500 because you can't get a 500 with a manual.
Yeah.
No question. Not even a single. Even though they blow up, I don't even care.
Yo, there is now a swap that you can do from the GT350 for the manual transmission.
Yes, but you know I don't like the sound of Mustangs, right?
Yeah.
I love the sound of the exhaust of the 350R. I
know.
don't even care about the 500.
It's so special.
I don't care about the 500 at all.
Let the engine blow up and
I just
get another one.
More. Whoa,
I know,
what's the problem? I just get more engines. That's the only thing I like.
Let's take a listen to the outside of this one. So it is a valved exhaust. It is pretty loud. You can put it in the full track mode. So I've customized my setup to be in full track mode for the exhaust. So right now it's actually like, we're cruising 4th gear, like this is dead
But when you
quiet.
passed by me, like yesterday when we were driving 2 different cars, like it was like pretty loud.
Yeah, it is. So, and the tone of it is actually quite nice. It's got like this like thumpiness to it,
Better than like a normal Mustang or GT or like last gen.
It's different enough that it's still the Coyote motor, but it sounds
Something.
different. Yeah.
It's good, and like they haven't toned it down or neutered it like a lot of other companies have done to their car. Because like we were in that Panamera 4.
Oh yeah.
And like, bro, I'm like I can't even hear this.
I know.
Like this is supposed to be like a cool sports car with double duals.
And we got no more Camaros, no more Challengers. Ford won, which sucks because competition was great.
Yeah.
But man, Ford won.
They won.
With a V8 still.
Ford versus everyone.
They could have just thrown a 4-cylinder in this and called it a day because there's no more competition. So the last thing I want to talk about while sitting here is these seats. Now we have the Recaro seats, which are an option, which we do have, which are great once you're sitting in them. Very, very comfortable, well bolstered for a big man-ish like myself. But this seatbelt is the most annoying thing in the world because it does not fit this little notch that they made for it, and I have to constantly reach back with my right arm because I have a bad left shoulder.
It's really bad.
It is a poor design, but look at this. Ready? Open this. It's gone. Now I have to reach like this.
And yeah, if your shoulders are messed up, like it should just be right here.
It should just sit in the slot.
That's a big fail.
All right, let's switch drivers.
You know what I do?
What?
I take my left hand and I push my right elbow.
Yeah. For those that don't know, I have a messed up rotator cuff, so that's why I have to reach with my right hand. It's actually better on the passenger side for me.
Have you tried pushing with your elbow?
I'm sure it would help.
Yeah,
no, it's still it's the stretch. We're old. Sorry.
Yeah, I've noticed with the seats though, when I turn the wheel, if I don't have the steering wheel all the way forward, my elbows hit the bolsters.
See, my wide frame takes care of that.
So the first thing I noticed while walking around the car and switching was this crazy paint.
Yeah.
So it's got like, it's just a gray, normal gray, and then it's got like the most crazy peach colored metallic sparkle in it.
Well, it's not even gray, it's like dark blue. It's called blue ember metallic, I think.
Dark bluish gray with like peach metallic.
So what Ford does is they always have one crazy color that make you spend extra on, and it is the most insane color, and that's the one that we have. And honestly, when the car showed up, I saw it, I was like, oh man, we got a dark blue one. And then I saw it in the sun, I'm like, hell yeah!
Yeah, still wouldn't be my choice though.
Wouldn't be mine either.
As much as I like those kind of colors, I realize that I want a car that is always like the color at all times. That's what I like, I think.
I get that. Like a yellow Corvette or a yellow Prowler that's just yellow.
Like a flatter. But to be fair, that Sienna minivan, that was Mica Bronze Sunset Metallic or whatever.
Yep.
I kind of really like that, and this is kind of just like the bluish version of that.
Okay, I can see
Yeah,
that.
so I can see why people, whoa,
What was that?
an XM.
Someone bought one?
That's the first one I've ever seen on the road.
Wow. All right. So what else do we get with this year? We got a Torsen LSD with 373 gears to help us with this Tremec transmission. How much of a joy is it to use?
Why do we have a blue shift knob?
I guess it matches. I don't know.
That's cool.
It is cool. However, I did notice this morning that it was like ice cold. So like on a hot day, I'm sure this like gets real hot. It's like the Civic Type R thing, right? Yeah. You gotta have.
That's fine. It's worth it. And the next thing that I noticed was we've got the drift handbrake, which is also an electronic handbrake that I forgot existed. And I was just like, oh, not this. And then I realized it can be used as a drift handbrake that locks your back wheels. So that is actually cool. So I'm happy. And you can, how do you get to that mode? It's in your track?
Yeah, so you press the horse or the, I guess, the Mustang, and then you go to track apps, and then you can get drift brake. Obviously not to be used on public roads.
Yeah. I mean, you just break in parking lots where you got a cone set.
That's not a public road.
And then the steering wheel actually feels like really, really nice.
It's the right size, everything.
It's a little thick. It's not like perfectly round, but I do like it. It feels sporty.
I really like it.
We got our mode buttons here. We got, let's see what we got here. Oh, the whole thing changes because it's the digital cluster. Custom, normal, sport, track, drag strip. Wow, these graphics are actually like the sickest.
They are, and they're not
slippery,
like
custom.
They're not laggy. So I've set my custom mode to basically like chill suspension, but loudest exhaust mode.
Okay, I'm in sport. I don't really like the sport suspension.
It does firm out, and that's why they give you that. So variability is there.
Can you get Magna Ride without the track pack?
No.
You should probably get the track pack.
That's what I'm saying. You really want Magna Ride.
Hey, flat foot shift, right?
Yep.
Oh, that feels so dirty.
No, it feels great.
I know it feels great, but it just feels wrong.
Yeah.
Like that you shouldn't be physically allowed. Physics shouldn't allow you to do that.
And if you turn off rev matching, the heel toe is like really good position here. I'll turn it off for you if you want to do it in a dead straight line, which is not recommended. Just do it. I dare you.
No, I can
do it. Come to a dead stop. Do it.
Oh, I mean, you're joking. There's cars behind me.
You're nervous.
I'm paranoid. You put me into a turn.
I know.
I can heel toe rev match. You tell me to do it on a straight line.
It's
no
funny
chance.
when you do it on a straight line. So we have fully customizable gauge clusters, but the one thing that kind of sucks is that you can't access a lot of stuff while driving, so everything's kind of grayed out. So you can't even change your shift indicator position. So I set it to 6,500 RPM, but I had to do that parked.
Yeah, I like the little shift lights that come in. That's cool. And then we got our climate all the way at the bottom at all times. No climate buttons, which kind of sucks, but like whatever. I guess that's life with big
digital
screens and over-the-air updates and the future and all that kind of jazz.
And I got used to that. We do have a heated steering wheel. We don't have heated or cooled seats with these Recaros.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. And then the one thing that I am going to criticize this for, again, I think I brought this up in the
one thing.
Yeah, I brought this up.
The whole review is just a criticism.
I think I brought this up in the Mustang original review. This blank button, I expected it to be something in the Dark Horse. It is not. So another customizable button for either rev match on or for the exhaust, because the star button you can change.
What is this even in anything? Maybe,
Well,
maybe that's for automatics, something.
Maybe. Oh, maybe convertible? Did we ever find that out? Somebody watch our previous video and let us know.
Okay.
But yeah, a button for this would have been great.
You just.
I clinked my watch off.
What watch are you wearing today?
The G-Shock, actually.
Shout out, Jacob. How many Rolexes do you have? It's just 2.
Yeah, I have 2. I bought them for very special occasions, and I don't plan on buying another one.
This car is a little loud. Can you make it quieter for me?
Oh, I can, Yuri, if I remember how to do that. Here we go. Mustang button, get out of track apps, and quiet mode.
Ooh. I could definitely leave my house in the morning with that and not get in trouble.
Yeah, and I think they still have that quiet neighbor mode thing where you can just start up in that mode. And in this gauge cluster, we can also customize launch control. Yuri, you haven't used that yet, so we're going to turn that on. I set it to 4,600. Send it, Yuri. Flat foot shifted.
All right, now I will. That's good. That's good.
What a great amount of power.
I'm surprised it actually did so well with the go with one traction off.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it actually does manage traction pretty well for what it is. And man, like, this whole package with 500 horsepower and this transmission is so great. It's not overpowering the chassis or anything like that. Obviously, more power is always better.
That's like this is perfect.
It is.
The 392 with the manual Challenger was perfect.
I disagree about that.
More. Okay, it wasn't perfect. It was nice.
Yes.
I want more.
Yes.
I just want more unusable power.
And there will be more.
Yeah, and I get it.
This for like kind of the baseline. I know it's like 10 horsepower more than the right GT. Is really, really good.
Hey, you know what I haven't seen?
What?
A newer Mustang or a Mach E like spin out at car meets.
Right.
Like,
I'm sure they have.
I haven't seen any videos though. I know, but like the videos haven't gone. I have barely even seen them on takeovers.
Maybe it's this new suspension. Well, these are too expensive.
Mustang car show things aren't cool anymore. Now it's about hitting people while doing donuts.
In a Charger or Challenger, or a stolen
or a
whatever.
Stolen new Mustang.
Yeah, or a CTSV or something. Yeah, it is what it is.
And I've got something to point out to you that you didn't even notice.
What's that?
This has the coolest headlight startup animation.
I noticed that and showed you that.
But you forgot to talk about it.
I did.
That's the coolest thing ever.
It is really nice.
That's number one reason to get this over a GT.
Maybe the GT does that too. We didn't actually.
No, I doubt. I wouldn't know.
Maybe it's a software update. Who knows? Ford, let us know. Leave a comment from the official account.
You know I hate software updates.
Yeah, I know.
I send my
Even though you're upset that we don't have the 65
I send my Mazda to the dealership with Post-it notes on the port. Just do not update.
You're gonna update it one day. You know it.
No, I changed dealerships to a better dealership.
Just sell your car and buy an old one back without the software update.
They'll still find a way to update it.
They will.
And brick it. So we got 2 cup holders here.
Yep.
I noticed that the cup holder with the cup got in the way while shifting the way I shift anyways. When there was a cup there, but it does fit cups pretty well. Small cup I think will fit all right.
It'll be very close.
You might need a little riser.
Yeah.
And then back seat room, I'm like, yeah, I'll probably fit. I fit in the back of everything, bro. I don't even fit.
No.
My face like hitting the glass. I'd have to sit like hunched over looking in the middle. So don't use it for that.
Yeah, use it for a child seat if anything.
And we do have a trunk, and it has a ample amount of room back there.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then what about these visors up here? They look pretty good.
3, 2, 1.
Yes!
Oh, and mine hits my seat.
Oh. And then up here we have a unique, I believe, chassis number, R1187.
Yeah, so if you're buying that one on something...
We did not actually abuse this that
We
bad.
did not, but somebody will.
Yes.
And then interior materials. Is this real carbon fiber?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna microscope.
It's a nice weave.
I'm gonna microscope it.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna tell you anything.
It's gonna look like plastic.
I think so.
Do you like the blue stitching?
Yeah, I like it. And these blue seats, which I totally didn't expect.
It all match. I like blue on the interior. I don't like blue paint, so I'll be very happy with this.
This is a really cool exterior interior spec. I was blown away with these blue seats. I'm like, what? Didn't see that coming.
Okay, infotainment. We got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless. In the Ford Escape review, remember I had that issue where if satellite maps was up in Google Maps, I had my Spotify going and I changed the fan speed, it would lag out and cut out the audio.
This does that. So while I was driving, listening to a podcast, and I had my satellite navigation on, it was just cutting out constantly. It literally was intolerable, whatever the word is.
After 1996, that's my daily drivers, a 96 SS.
All SS?
Yes.
Those are rad.
That was it for us. That was the last big body, big motor sedan. I took my wife on a date, and my friends, he asked me to tattoo him. I did a small tattoo on him, and
I could not listen to it. Had to turn off satellite, which made it tolerable, but I still noticed little cutouts here and there. So
yeah, Ford engineers, please let us know if there's a solution to that or if that's a feature, not a bug.
And I did even check for the software updates to see if there was anything, and no.
And then this is USB and USB-C and a nice spot for your phone, it seems, which is
That's a wireless charger, Yuri.
It's not going to go flying away.
Yeah.
The only thing is I don't like wireless chargers because they make my phones hot.
Yes, but it is a good place to put your phone while it's charging.
All right, and is that pretty much everything? Do we have towing specs?
No, we don't. Although I do want to ask the audience, does this sound better than my Fox body?
I think your Fox body doesn't sound as good as this, but it's more of an old school sound, so like you can appreciate it differently.
I think my Fox body obviously sounds better. It sounds like a NASCAR. It's just a nasty sound.
Yeah,
this is like a smooth sound.
I don't want to live with that NASCAR sound if I'm not in a NASCAR.
That's why I got a valved exhaust.
What's your quarter mile time?
What was it? 12.8.
I feel like
with like street tires.
If you can get that down to the 10s or 11.
11s, yes, with a drag, with a slick.
Then the NASCAR sound is warranted, I think.
All right.
Okay.
Or I'll just drive the Corvette.
So yeah, I think this is like...
It's a great car.
This is the best Mustang I could have asked for in the new generation.
Yes.
I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, I love the looks of this thing.
I think I'm still at heart a Camaro guy because that was my first car, and I think whatever influenced you as a teenager, that's what you are, so I don't think I'd ever actually want a non-GT350 Mustang.
After we get to the price, I will answer that question from my perspective.
Let's get to the price.
This one starts at $77,045.
Canadian.
And this one with all the options is $89,505. So $90,000. What I would answer that question with is I would take a previous gen ZL1 1LE over this because it would be even cheaper.
Are those actually cheaper for sale used right now?
Yeah, I know. Like it doesn't exist anymore, but you can still buy them used. And like I think it's a final edition for 2024, so I think the model year is even the same.
Oh, but it's like this. Okay.
And they even had that like Garage 56 special edition because it was like the same as the NASCAR in whatever the European race was.
We have to wait another year until there's absolutely no new ones or whatever for sale.
Yes, because they stopped the manufacturing process, but you can still buy existing ones.
And then this becomes the king.
Yes.
But until then.
Technically.
All right. All right. But this is great. Good job.
Fantastic.
Mustang team. I'm very, very happy with everything about this.
The only problem with this is the price, and
seatbelts.
that's it. And the seatbelts. Yeah, you're right.
I feel like there's more problems.
No, but like major problems.
The seatbelts.
That's a huge problem. Really annoying.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Hit the notification bell. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Nice comment.
Write us a story in a comment. We'll read it. We do read the comments.